Tell me where you're from.
Well, I'm originally from the Ivory Coast, and I was born in Ivory Coast, but raised in a Nigerian family. So I have, different views on how to, in different countries. So Ivory Coast and Nigeria. But
Okay.
mainly grew up, born and raised in Ivory Coast. I just visited Nigeria just for one time, and after that,
Oh, you've only been to Nigeria once?
just once.
So the question that prompted this interview,
Yeah.
you were telling me,
Okay.
I was telling you how I want to go over to the continent and I feel called there, and you were telling me how Africans on the continent receive those of us who come over there, as far as you can tell, your experience.
Well, as far as I can tell, I mean, even me from being back home, I used to have companies and friends that come visit, and you can tell the love that they have for the people that cross to the United States, African Americans. Then we welcome. We like to have them there so they can see, the origin, where they're from, and know that we didn't sell them. And that's the first. And second, to know that we are all part of one nation, which is the African nation. And then when you guys come, or when African American come to, when they made the trip to, to the motherland, is a welcome feeling for us, because we finally see or connect to our lost brothers or sisters that we have during the boat, So we welcome that, and then that's the culture that we want to have, because at the end of the day, united in front will be stronger. And the only way to be united is to understand our culture. And when we see that wave of people coming back, I think that makes us feel good, because we finally realize that the continent itself has its own value. And then each of us, we participate and putting that continent to the value. So
One Africa, absolutely.
Yeah. And then that's one love. You can't. It's sad that people have gone through that experience, but at the end of the day, it's also rewarding to see that the road are not closed. So we always have the road open for everyone that has the same color as us, because we all, under the sun, we all the same people. So I think that's one thing I've been enjoying, to see that people going back there.
It's good to know, because sometimes we get told that we won't be accepted, or that we're not really African, but to know from firsthand experience that you guys welcome us to the continent for the most part.
It's everywhere. You're not gonna be welcomed by anybody, but those who share the same value as you, meaning you want to see the growth and you want to see all the unification of one continent.
Yeah.
We give that value to those who see that same. There are some that won't accept it because for their own reason. But at the end of the day, it's good to see the unification is happening.
It is happening. It is happening.
The traveling is happening. People are trying to find more and more their roots, which is pretty good for us as well. So
You said something earlier that you guys love to see us come back, but what you don't love, we're going to speak on that too. You said the attitude, so go into that a little bit.
Of course, because what I mean the attitude is the difference of culture. The culture shock will bring different attitude of people, because they already come with the expectation of seeing the continent as being a different place, or some call it the dirty place. So when they go there, they feel a little bit superior than the people that are already there. So the attitude of self that they have is not welcome.
The superior attitude is not welcome.
Is not
right?
welcome.
Okay.
Because if we had that superior attitude, we would lock the door for everybody.
Okay.
And then for unification, you can't see somebody else with the same color being superior than you, because at the end of the day, we are the same.
Right.
We share the same value. We want to know how you guys did here. You want to know how we do over there.
Yeah.
So if you want to take, the stand of being superior, that means your trip itself that you're going there for is not going to be valuable, because the people will not accept you that way.
And I feel like we'll get treated different if we go with a superior attitude. They might make us think.
Well, they're going to make you look inferior. They're going to make you inferior because the superiority doesn't belong there.
It doesn't.
You know, that's what you left here to go. So you can't bring that luggage there because you're going to discover a place where you've never been, right? And that place, depending on how you treat it, can put you in a different path.
It can elevate you,
or it can put you,
or you can mess it up.
You can mess
it up, and that's what we have to be realistic. It's
Exactly.
not like it's not going to be automatically perfect.
It's not.
It's going to take work. I do know that much.
Yeah.
I do know that much.
I mean,
Definitely.
because every continent, every country has its own culture.
It
Right?
does.
They have some culture that we don't really accept because of what we see on TV, right? But if you're not educated,
Yeah.
if your mind is not a place where you can see right from wrong and deviate from the wrong, then that's gonna be a good place for you, because people will not treat you right. They won't treat you right not because they choose not to, because of the face that you came with.
I feel like because of the energy that you might be bringing with
Exactly, yeah.
you, you know?
Because this is one thing that I can share. We pay the price of the object or whatever is in the market with the value they put in it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Whole Foods, for instance, you know it's going to be expensive. So therefore, you need to have a lot of money to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put yourself in let's say, in the flea market, the price won't be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But that depends on how you put yourself in the market.
Okay.
Right. So living here with the mindset of, okay, I'm going to Africa, I want to visit, I want to know where my ancestors came from, I want to know the history of it, and why am I here, why did I come to the country, why did I come to the country specific where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think knowing that will allow you to ease up a little bit the pain, because the cross culture or there will be a lot of differences that you need to accept, and then that's the point, because in your home country you don't even accept that. Okay, so you won't go to a different country and then accept that differences. So before you leave, there's a brainwash that needs to happen. Literally brainwash, because most of the things that we see here today never happened. It was embedded, it was framed. So how would you try to find yourself if you're already in a deep hole? Right? You know you're in a deep hole, but you're not doing anything for yourself to come out of that hole. But you want to go to a different continent or a different country, and then, my friend, get away from me. And then, be somebody who is superior or think superior of other people.
Or also you're in a deep hole, then you go over there expecting somebody else to dig you out.
Exactly.
You have
to be in the
I have to do that work.
Exactly.
It's not gonna go be some magical place and somebody's gonna save me from everything that I have in my mind and my soul. I have to go there to work, and I have to go there to contribute to
wherever
I am. Absolutely.
Otherwise, it becomes an adventure. I'm gonna be very raw.
Go ahead. I like.
Otherwise, it's gonna be a smash day.
Okay.
The reason why I say smash day is because over there we welcome you, right? Then that is an easy trap.
Okay.
Because guys will welcome female all the time.
Okay.
Right? Not because they're beautiful, but because they come from overseas, they come from a certain period of time, and then they can get the smash and leave. Now, if you're
talking smash, you're talking about hit like sex,
yes.
Okay?
Right. When I mean smash, that's what it is. I mean,
all right, if you're gonna give it raw, give it raw. You smash.
I still have to be mindful of the audience.
Yes, please.
I still have to be mindful of the audience. I mean, my English is not that perfect, so
your English is just fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make the words
smash.
Look, yeah, so,
okay.
Because that's what it is.
But no, I thought when you said smash, I didn't know you were going, because I know what smash means.
Oh,
I didn't know. Don't be mindful of the audience. I didn't know you were taking it there. I thought you meant smash in a different way, but you're talking about
because it's an adventure that you're doing.
Okay.
And then who else doesn't want to be with somebody like, like an African guy? Tell me.
Excuse me?
I mean, seriously, because even women...
Sir,
no. Even
sir,
women over here...
No.
Even women over here, right?
Don't generalize women.
No.
I'm
not.
sitting here, an American African woman. You're an African man. And I'm not intrigued by that. I think you're very handsome.
Well,
I think you're very sexy. But I'm not going to I said it, but I'm not going to... No, but wait a minute. I'm going to let you... Go ahead, laugh. Enjoy yourself.
I'm just actually turning here, so the conversation is getting a little...
Okay,
getting my attention.
Is. Oh, it is.
The reason why I say that
but I'm saying it doesn't mean... You're not a object to me. You're a human being.
Okay.
So I'm not just interested in just... the smash. I think that's childish, and I understand that there are people who do that. But I feel like it's childish, and there's a certain mindset that would do that. So I get it. So you're saying if women go over there specifically just for an adventure, you're gonna get smashed. You'll find it, it doesn't mean that they want anything from you other than that.
Yes, and then the trip itself wouldn't be a good experience because all you've experienced was that. Nobody actually took you out. Like, let's say for you, for instance, you want to go there and then explore.
I do.
Right? So if you're getting smashed 5 times in a week.
You are a mess. But go ahead. 5 times in a week?
Because I come from there.
That's okay.
I'm giving you an experience that I've lived.
Okay, wait. So... because I'm not even going there with that mindset. But you're saying when we come over there, they're going to be so whatever to us.
Exactly. It's going to be...
So we're going to think, oh, we're so special. But no, they're just trying to smash.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's the
thanks
whole
for
point
the warning.
Exactly.
Because I wasn't even thinking about that.
Because at the end, not everybody is mature like you.
Okay.
So when they go there, that's what they see on TV. And that's what they want to do in real life.
So you guys, when you're over there, you're thinking, that's what they're coming to do. Like they want this adventure. They want me to do that.
Because at the end of the day, I don't think
every woman's
No, not every woman. That's not what I spoke about.
Okay.
What I said is everyone, like in a race, for instance.
Okay.
Everybody at the starting lineup have different ambition at the finish lineup.
Okay. Yeah.
Some are there for the trophy.
Okay.
Some are there just for the form.
Okay.
Some are just there because they want to participate.
Okay.
That depends on how you live here. What's your intention?
Yeah.
Right? Your intention is to go there to discover your origin and where you come from.
Absolutely.
But that don't mean that there won't be any man trying to do that to you. It's okay.
It happens over here.
But the reason why I say is over there.
But it happens over here too.
It does. But because you live here, you were born here.
Yeah.
As a guy who grew up from there, sometimes it's not a good impression. Or sometimes they won't have a good intention behind it.
Because I'm coming from America, or because?
Like when the foreigners come to a different country, not
any country. Not even us going to the continent.
Not even us.
It's almost like an adventurous type of thing.
Exactly.
I want to experience something different. I got you. Okay.
So that experience itself alone won't be peach and cream all the time.
Okay.
Right? It's not something that you...
Are you telling myself and women like myself to be careful when you go over there? Because
that's because...
Be honest with you. I need
you have
to hear
be careful. It's not like you have to be scared, but you also need to be mindful of scammers, just like they do over here.
So they're going to scam you for the booty?
Man, I tell you what, people will scam you for your shoes.
Oh.
That's the reality. You may not understand it because you've never been. I'm from there, and then I have people coming to visit.
Okay.
I have friends around me, and I said, okay, there's such person who's coming. What's the deal with that?
Okay. Oh, wanting to know. Okay. Gotcha.
See?
Okay.
Like when I was in school here, for instance, where new folks come from different countries, they have people actually go to the office, and then they look at what female are coming from which country, and before they come, they already take the part. Before the lady even knows who she's gonna be with, everybody is like.
Now I've absolutely experienced that just living here in this country. When you go to a new job, they come and they're like wolves. So I know what you're talking about, but it's funny because as a mature woman, and my mindset is completely not even like I would love to eventually get married. Yeah, I don't want to be single forever, but I'm not going over there for that. So I didn't even think
Well, that's you. What I'm saying is everyone has a different agenda.
So you think some women are going for that?
They have different agenda. You may not go for it, but once you get there, the people over there, they will try you.
I ain't worried about that.
That's fine.
I got me.
If you not exactly, if you got I know you got 10 fingers, which is good. You know, so
What? Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm just making the joke for the for the audience.
Yeah, for the audience.
But overall, I think all joke aside, I think it's always gonna be good to see where you come from first.
That part, right?
And then see your origin, how people over there treat other people, and that's gonna be the key for you to succeed over there, because we don't treat each other depending on where you go.
Okay.
Right. I'm not speaking for the whole continent. I'm just speaking from my own experience and what I've seen.
Okay.
Right. So that alone, how you treat the people that you're gonna be staying with, how you treat your people, how you say hello to someone that is coming to you, all that would matter.
So how do you say hello to like when I get off of the plane, when I get there, like how am I, because I speak English.
Mm-hmm.
You said you've been to Ghana, yes? What's the main, because I'm learning a little bit of Tree. Is that the main language, or is it French, or is it English? It's English.
What we call it Pidgin English.
Pidgin
right?
English, okay.
So Pidgin English is a broken English.
Okay.
But overall, you can understand the same thing because
I'll be fine as far as speaking the language.
as far as speaking the language.
But they'll know. You can hear my accent.
Yeah.
They're gonna know.
I mean, like I said, it's welcoming for them.
Okay.
Like somebody is outside of the continent coming to visit their country, their city.
They feel proud. They feel proud. Okay.
Right? So with that pride, they will do anything to make your stay welcome, the best ever.
Yeah.
Right. Now, it depends on how you receive it.
Okay.
Some will say it's too much.
Yeah.
Right? Some will say, oh, they were pretty nice. Or some will go with the flow. Right? So my advice, no expectation. Go with the flow, because that's the only way it's going to
Now you hear the water, right?
I know.
It's saying go with the flow.
With the flow. Because at the end of the day, this is where it's going to land at the shore.
It is.
So regardless of how far you're going to be in the sea, you're always going to come back to your origin.
Yeah.
And then that's what people are doing.
Yeah.
They come from far away, came from far away, but they still come to the point of origin saying, this is where I came from, and
right.
This is where I want to start my life with. Doesn't matter how old you are. Your life can start at 50 years old.
Absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
The spark of it, just to think about going to a place that so beautiful, right, where everybody is welcoming, everyone has the same language, everybody talk one unity, then that's the blessing, right? So, but don't forget. The other things that will happen as well.
Right, you have to be realistic.
You have to be realistic.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not going to be all the way
peaches and cream, like you said. I get you. There is one thing that we talked about earlier that I do want to touch on, and if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. But we talked about the history that we learn over here when we're told that Africans sold us too. So you touched on that, and I would like to hear your perspective on.
Okay, so from my perspective, even if you look at today, it's the same thing that's happening way before. The same mistreating of people of color, or the same violence happening now, 15 or 10,000 years, But what I want to say today is that I don't think personally that slavery didn't start back in Africa, right? Because if you understand the African continent, we have, is it a castle, something like that?
The Elmina Castle?
Yeah. So we already have people working for other people, but not as a slave.
So right? People were working for other people, but not as a slave.
The slave started in here.
In America. But not even just America, because I think it was more Europe, because that was before America was built.
And then they brought it. So it was easier for them to go pick them up because it was close. Then, came to the state. This is where slavery really started. Yeah. Right? But what is slavery? Isn't it the same thing that they do today? The killing, the mistreating of people of color, the different things that's happening today. So it's more about intimidation, more about putting a frame into your head saying this is your culture. You have no roots.
Whew. Say that again. They did put that. They put it in our heads that
put the
this
frame on you.
America is our culture, and we have no other roots.
Exactly. So
no other
this
roots.
This is where you are.
So they discourage our African roots
to go back home, right?
Yeah.
So that was the mentality back in the day, and then they succeed on it because back in the day it wasn't developed. There was no internet like it was today.
Right.
So people weren't actually seeking the truth. They were more like accepting defeat before even starting the fight.
Right.
You know?
But definitely, see, that's something that's not talked about. A lot of Africans who were here fought in different ways, in many, many different ways. There were the Maroons in Jamaica. There were the Nat Turners that were over here. We don't know everybody's name, even the ones that ran and tried to get to the north where there was some sort of freedom, or get to Canada where there was some sort of freedom. But we were also taken from a lot of different tribes. So we couldn't, they did that on purpose. So we couldn't unite.
Communicate. You couldn't
communicate
with each other because everybody have a different dialect, different language. And that's how
they kept us separate.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because,
and even when we were together, when we finally made families on the plantation, they would sell the babies or sell the mother or do the father this way, because the black family wasn't supposed to stick together. Not here, not in America.
Because it came from back in the day, like time of pharaohs.
Yeah.
That was a way to intimidate a nation to limit the growth of the kids, of the children, right?
Yeah.
So they will use the mother, and then the father and the kid, they're out of the picture, right? So that's what it is. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, it was just a frame that was being put in people's head to forget their roots, forget their ancestors, forget their language, forget everything that they learn or where they come from. So people get lost. So how would you try to guide somebody that's lost? You'll be able to do that, but what, in how many years? 5, 10, 6 years on the road?
Yeah.
Because the guy is so deep into the hole that for him to come out, it becomes a burden for him.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna put a frame on you that you're lazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you don't want to work, you don't want to do this. But how would I do that if I don't have the privilege? Right? So there's different things that's going through my mind. But when you sit and meditate on life, we couldn't control it.
Right. But that's what makes it amazing that right now I'm sitting here talking to you, and I told you about the group I'm with and how we're all planning to go back there. And I think it's amazing because as much that was put against us not to want that, not to desire it, even before the internet, there's been books written, history has been told you have to seek it, but they could never deny the truth. The truth is always like just under the surface of everything.
Well, the truth is always going to be out. It's up to you to seek it.
To seek it, right. For those of us who seek it and we find it, it's amazing.
You'll be enlightened because you finally realize, oh, dang, I was being fooled.
And the thing is, they make us even more powerful because when you find the truth, you're like, wait a minute. This was our real truth is this? So you're letting me know that you are afraid of my real truth.
Exactly.
You're afraid of who I really am because you know who I really am.
But why people are afraid of people? Because they know they're powerful if they know knowledge.
Yeah.
Why did they say knowledge is power? If I know who I am, do you think I'm gonna be intimidated by you?
Or I'm gonna let you do certain things to me?
Exactly.
And because I'm not.
Because this is not going to happen today.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what you're trying to do, sir.
Right. When you see through the whole thing, like when you see through the whole, I told you about different experiences I had, and it's just like you don't even have to respond to somebody calling you an N-word anymore.
You don't.
Because you want me to get angry. You want me to get upset to the point where I get myself locked into one of your jails somewhere. Nah.
So you can get money because you brought somebody else to jail.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
So what I invite people to do is to brainwash themselves to the point where they need to find the starting line. Where do they want to start their journey?
Yeah.
The journey will never end.
Never. Thankfully, I'm glad.
It will never end, but it will only start if you make that first commitment.
Right. And being on the
Seek the
path, being on the journey itself on the path is so beautiful. Like every day, like today, every day you're learning something new and you're doing something new and you're doing it towards who you originally were meant to be and not that picture frame that they...
Because of what? Because you decided that day, you know what, I'm going back to that continent.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything that I can in my power to do that. Then once you put that good word out, then the Lord will send people new to give you more power and think like, okay, this trip right here, I'm damn sure I'm gonna go.
Because it means something. It's making a shift. I tell you, when I tell people it, when I started saying it out loud, because at first it was just inside of me saying, I would love to, I want to. But once I started saying it out loud, things started shifting. And some things were challenges that I talked to you about. But the challenges, at first, it was disheartening, but it's actually making me stronger. It's actually making the trip more significant. It's like, it's not just a regular trip.
No, it's not. You will find your soul, you will find your peace, and you will find everything that you desire in life in a place where we're forbidden for you to go. For so many years.
Yeah.
And now...
And not just me, my whole bloodline.
The whole bloodline.
Ain't that something?
You know, so from Africa to Haiti, it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. The Caribbean too?
The Caribbean.
Yeah.
When I'm in
Brazil,
Haiti, everything.
When you're in Haiti, you go to Haiti too?
No, not yet, but I think I will. But you know what I mean from Africa, because if you look in every country, we're there.
We are. Even in Asia.
Yeah,
I know.
But guess which continent people would like to go and get the resources from?
The continent of Africa.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Right? Because
they keep us away from it. But when you go there, you see all these Europeans on vacation, you're like, they've been there.
That's the place to, because they know what it feels to just sit in the free beach and looking at people like this is a free space.
You know what we see? You know what we saw? You told me what that you didn't hear about black and white before you were home because it wasn't a thing.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
But you know what we saw about Africa growing up? The
Lions.
Children with the
lions.
No. The children with flies. Everybody there is hungry and poor. We didn't see no houses, no industry, nothing. Come to find out, everything. This cell phone is coming from the Congo, the things that you found in the ground there. Yeah. All the diamonds that everybody loves so much.
Gold, whatever, diamond that you're wearing, diamond that people are killing for, this is where it comes from. Right? So
that's why they keep... This is where we're diamonds. They got these diamonds from there. And they don't want us to be connected to that. So you teach us. We're excluded from the history books. We don't know anything about the history of... You hear like they went over there, they took people from the continent and they were enslaved. They don't tell us how much they fought. There were a lot of wars over there.
Man,
a lot of wars. They tell us they didn't fight for us.
Yeah, we don't beat them so many times.
But we don't hear any of that.
You can't hear it because the communication itself is a key. You know, if you want to control a certain group of people, there's a lot of things that you need to give them to eat. Like right now, most people eat in their hand. So what can they say? If you talk, I close my hand, you can't eat.
Yeah.
Where are you going to turn to?
Yeah.
Right? So people are afraid. You know, people are afraid to come out and say, you know what? F all this. I'm packing my stuff. Right? But the first thing they're going to tell you, why are you going there for? You know there's a lot of war. You know there's such and such.
And speaking of that, you know what's going on right now.
I know. I mean, that's why I said you always have to see the good side of any situation.
That's super sad, but I feel like there's other hands in it. I can't just say that we don't have any bad in it because that's super sad. But I feel like what's the reason behind all of that? What?
The reason behind it is the frame. Because you have the frame and then you have the camera. People are stuck in the camera with the picture in the face. The camera said, this is how I look. Is that really you?
We talked about that earlier. Remember, we were sitting there and you took out the camera, and I tried to take a picture of what we were seeing, but the camera couldn't capture it.
No.
It couldn't. It can take a version of it.
But
And it seems like it's real for the person who would look at it because they're not there.
They're not there.
But in real life,
it's not the same.
it wasn't the same. I
It's
couldn't
not the
capture it
same.
with the camera.
It's not the same. And then people have their own nature. Some people will catch different vibes easier or quicker than others.
Yeah.
Some people will have a very strong will to do something different with their life. And sometimes there are people where the virus is already in them.
Yeah. And we ain't talking about COVID.
And we're not talking about COVID.
Yeah.
The virus is already in me. So how would I be able to, like the virus itself telling me, don't think.
Yeah, like you're a robot. Because
this is what society wants you to do.
Right.
Then shut up and do
Just
it.
do it. Yeah.
Then every day,
That's dangerous.
every day you're doing the same thing. Somebody else is gonna tell you, hey, do you know you've been eating cheeseburger? Do you know there's caviar somewhere you can eat? No, I don't. Why are you telling me this? Do you want me to go away from what my people are telling me? Then it becomes a fight.
Yeah.
Well, it's called ignorance.
With the big eye, like you told me earlier.
Right.
Ignorance with the big eye.
With the big eye. Because nobody's asking you not to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
You choose.
Right. I got you. Okay.
You choose.
They don't have to tell you
Exactly.
anymore because you have that frame of who you are and who those who look like you are. So that hate or that despise or whatever is there, and so it's
there.
easy for you to do the actions against your own self.
What do you think that most of the leaders that started a revolution here didn't last too long?
Yeah, no.
Because, oh, you're telling me that I am different?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I've been doing the same thing for over 10,000 years. Are you telling me today that there is something else? This is not possible. And then that's how anger comes.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the truth can do two things. It can make you stronger and can make you very, very, very weak. Very weak. Why? Because if you know the truth that you didn't know past before, you'll be like, damn, I got a choice now.
Right.
Should I stay the same? Or should I try to be different and start my life today with the knowledge that I have? You see, it's good to seek knowledge, but what you do with that knowledge is what is even
Matters. Yeah. It
Exactly.
matters the most because
Matters the most.
you can gain knowledge, but what are you gonna
what
do
you gonna
with
do
it?
with it. You
What are
know?
you gonna do with it?
Some people get knowledge of building an airplane. They will build an airplane for everyone.
Right. Okay.
Some people will get knowledge of building the boat, and then they will do it for themselves and not talking to everybody. Then when they passed, nobody knows they built the boat.
Right.
Right? And then that's the case that we have today.
Yeah.
Math, calculus. Look where the Europeans went to school or went to learn. It's in
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yep. And that came in Egypt is not. It came from the people of Kush, Ethiopia.
Look for the Bible, look for the Torah, look for the Quran. Egypt.
Yeah.
That's where everything started. Everything is not in Europe. Egypt is not in the United States.
But that's what I wanted. So when we grow up here in America, we learn about Greece and we learn about Rome as the beginning of everything. What they don't leave out, what they don't tell us, is where the Greeks and the Romans got it from was us, our ancestors.
Well, where Africa is the berceau de l'humanité. Berceau de l'humanité is the birth of humanity. That's where.
Say that for me again.
Le berceau de l'humanité.
The
Le
berceau.
berceau means the crate,
Okay.
the
Okay.
baby, right? De l'humanité, where the humanity started.
Okay.
This is where humanity, everything that we see today, this is where it started. Egypt.
Yeah.
They came to learn. They
Yeah.
came to learn how to build airplanes. They came to learn how to do a lot of things. But what they came with, though, was the Bible. An interpretation of the Bible.
An interpretation of the Bible, right?
Yeah, I have to rephrase myself.
Yeah.
Meaning, I give you the Bible, you read it, you give me everything you have. Because the Bible will give you everything that you have.
Right. and then you put somebody that looks like you, the oppressor. I can't dislike this because it looks just like the God that's supposed to be. But why do we believe that? That's the part I don't get.
Well,
that's
you can't. Well,
I feel
that
like
was back in the day, though.
So how and try, like we talked about overthinking stuff and asking
trapped.
why.
Sometimes you get trapped. Sometimes people are so trapped in their own world, in their own mind, in their own situation that even if you tell them, "Hey man, take your pants off," and he will do it, and then you're like, "Oh, why did I even take my pants off?" Like sometimes when you even running, somebody will see you running, and then they start running. Sir, why are you running? Or because you're running. But do you even know why I'm running? I'm just doing my regular job.
Yeah.
You know, so the lack of seeking the truth, the real truth,
right,
and using that truth for your own benefit and the benefit of your people.
Yeah.
That is the key.
But and when you say there are people who will learn how to build a plane, some people will learn how to build a plane and then build it for others. And there are those who will build a boat and just build it for themselves. America, and not just America, I want to say the Western world, teaches us individualism. And we've lost the sense of community here because it's survival. It's survival of the fittest here. Everything is competition. We come from there's not enough for everybody.
But guess what? When they get over there, there is no... There is none of that.
It's community.
It's community.
Right. And see, this is why I'm doing research and trying to learn. I'm not just trying to go and then take who I am over here, over there. I don't want to be the same person.
You can't be the same person. Even
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work because as soon as you get in an airplane, the air will be different. The people will be different. The smell will be different. Everything around you will be different.
I can't
wait. The people will look at you in a different way. That would just to let you know. My dear.
And they will teach you. They know we've...
I hope you didn't come here with your luggage though. Leave it over there and come here by yourself. What I mean that is, leave your luggage, everything that you know about the continent, drop it over here. Because you don't need that storytelling in the book.
It's heavy, and it's too heavy. How you gonna do all of this walking around and doing what we want to explore like I want to explore, and I'm carrying all this stuff?
You can't.
I can't.
You can't. And then that's the focus, because nowadays everybody wants to carry everything.
Yeah.
Why would you carry that? Can you hold it?
Let me tell you. I told you I belong to a group of people, and we talk about moving to the continent, and some people are packing up everything. I mean, they're getting like crazy.
Well, you can't find everything there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I came from there.
I know.
I came from there. Like even when I go, if I leave here today, said I'm going to any country.
That's right.
I only leave my passport, my wallet, and a few condoms because that's all I need.
You know what? This.
I'm telling you the truth.
Give me the water. Let me wash off my mango. This interview is over.
It's not over yet.
It's not okay. Well, rinse this off for me then, please, so I can eat my mango.
It's not over yet.
All right, go ahead and express yourself.
I'm expressing myself. Right, I think this is a good part though, because
all right, go ahead. Oh my God.
I mean, if my voice will help other people realize that today is the day that they need to change, then by all means, you know, because when you make that trip, you're not making that trip for yourself. You're making the trip for a generation to come. Yeah. Let them know. I went there. Whatever you see here is completely different.
Yeah.
You know. So for me, even have like a because everything we see is like people hungry and war and things like that. But how did we get here?
Yeah.
You know, and this information could be easily fabricated. That's what they do in movies. So what would you believe? Would you believe something you never seen before? That's only God that can believe in that, because you never see him, but you know he's here. But the rest itself is meaningless because he is the one who created that. Not everyone has that faith, but you can have faith in your own self. Meaning, today I'm brainwashing myself, not for the bad reason.
For the good reason.
For the good reason for me to grow. Because two things can happen when there is an event. When there is a breakup, it goes separate. Now, what would you do after that? Would
you
you
can
fall
either be
off?
sad.
Exactly.
You just be sad and wallow in sadness. Oh my goodness, this
Or
person
take
doesn't.
that break and then say, you know what? I'm alive. That break was there for a reason. Even in the woods, you saw the fire.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make that break. You have to shock people in the head for them to realize, hey, whatever you're living is being alive for that day until today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a shock that is gonna come to your head. Stop being the ignorant. Open your eyes and think about yourself and say, you know what? I belong everywhere.
Oh, I love it. Global citizens, Ashe.
I belong everywhere because at the end of the day, no man made that land over here.
Yeah.
That thing belongs to the Lord upstairs. And wherever you can go, as long as you communicate, voice your opinion in a good way, you're gonna make that happen.
Just like we said earlier, there are Africans in Asia, there are Africans in Australia, there are Africans absolutely in Europe,
Everywhere.
America, South America,
Hey,
everywhere.
I'm
It's
telling
even
you.
black Russians in the cold.
Even here,
Uh-huh.
it's all around. But now you can tell it's not the culture anymore. It's actually people themselves that refuse to acknowledge that aside what we see here today, there's a different life
Yeah.
over there. You know, you don't. For me, maybe because I'm from there. Like when I see somebody who wants to go, like I can tell the person is gonna be just go there for like to joke or just do some random stuff, right?
So when I first told you that I wanted to go, what did you
But
think?
what I
Were you
didn't tell you,
surprised?
no, what I didn't tell you,
Oh my gosh.
what I didn't tell you is I've seen you already in my dream one day with the head. So
My hair?
yeah, with your hair. It's today that I saw it. I have the deja vu today. I was like, oh,
And what did you see in your dream?
a woman with a dread.
Uh-huh. Don't call it dread, it's locks.
Lock.
Go ahead.
A person with a lock,
Uh-huh.
right? Standing. I didn't see the face,
Okay.
right? So for me, at that time, I wasn't really.
But what did you have to give me more. What
I
was-
can't give you more live shows, communication. I can't do that.
Okay.
You know. But the thing is,
Well, you're gonna tell me the rest of it after.
all
this
I'm
is
saying
done. Okay.
is that the moment that we're sitting here today was already planned in life long time ago, right? So that depending on
just
you
the
and
way
I.
just the way things are happening, how we even met. This so definitely but I'm open to it. Like me a few years ago, it would have been weird. Like I would have felt weird about it. Now I'm open to it because it's supposed
You
to.
know why?
Why?
Because you know yourself.
Better, way much better, and I'm gonna know myself even better when I go over there.
Man, you're gonna discover yourself.
What? I can't wait.
You're going to discover yourself because you're gonna see that okay, everything that they've been telling us is not the truth. Now I'm going to empower myself to even do more. You see?
I told you the group that I had brunch with on Sunday, and we talked about that, and I said that to them. We're only using a portion of our brain capacity over here because we're in a hostile environment, really.
In a confined spirit.
Spirit, right?
Because
I
the
said,
body itself is.
Because I told you about where I work, and I feel the tension. This is why you met me in nature, in a nature place like this, because I have to come out here. I have to free my spirit. My spirit needs to just sit and be.
Free.
It has to, because with my job, I told them, I said, when we get over there, I feel like that's when we're gonna know what we're supposed to be doing. Our spirits can be so free. We're gonna think. We're gonna be so creative.
Because you will go with the flow. Always remember that. Once you get there, there's no I need to wear my makeup or there's no need to.
Do you see any makeup on my face?
I mean, some people always like to be cute.
Are you trying to say I'm not cute?
I mean, you are fine.
Okay.
You are so fine.
All right, let's keep it real for the audience.
Hey, she fine though.
No, all right, we're gonna leave that alone. Anyway,
but the thing is that
everybody likes to look decent.
But the thing is, you will see that the simple things,
Yeah, that part.
very simple things, matter more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because just for you to sit down with someone you don't know on a different side of the continent, he's gonna tell you how he fish.
How what?
He's gonna tell you how he fish in the water.
He's gonna tell me
He's gonna talk to you about how he fish in the water.
how a fish in the water?
Yeah,
What you mean?
because he's enjoying.
Okay.
Because for me, when I say fishing, he's gonna say, for me, I like to play tennis.
Okay.
I will talk to you about tennis because
Okay.
that's what I enjoy,
Okay.
right? So the moment that you're gonna spend with that person, that is the joy.
Okay.
So for him, he can't be dancing,
Okay.
but he's gonna tell you about the most beautiful things that he likes to do in the morning,
Okay.
or in the afternoon, or in the day,
Uh-huh.
because he wants to share that time
Gotcha.
with you.
Okay.
The time that he's going to share with you is gonna be meaningless, because you'll be like, what is gonna tell me about how he fish? I wanna go such and such.
But it was just spending the time. Just,
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
You'll be by the water.
Yeah.
You'll be eating the fish that he caught. You'll be drinking. You'll be doing all kind of stuff.
So that was I don't drink alcohol, but that was the dream you had for me
No, the dream that I have for you is like, I know somebody will come to you.
We're gonna leave that. I don't want that on here because
Right.
I want that to be mine. I want you to just tell me. So we're not gonna say it on here.
Yeah. So the thing is, now that I found, like, I know from deep inside of you that if you get there, there's a 150% chance you won't come back.
Yeah.
I know. But at the end, you will still gonna come back.
I'm gonna come back here.
Yeah.
I don't want to come back.
But you're gonna come back here 10,000 times better than how you left.
For sure.
For sure. 100%. That I can put my hand on fire for that. You're gonna come back a different person. You're gonna come back like a different woman. Your spirit will be different because
It's gonna be
there,
alive.
You're gonna
like all
go
the way
there to
alive.
cleansing yourself.
And I didn't even tell you that. But yeah, that's what
I know.
Yeah.
Because that's where you wanna go.
Yep.
Because that's where your origin are from. Right? You wanna cleansing yourself because you got the virus was already in you.
Yeah.
The only way to remove that virus is not to sit in the place where you got it from.
Talk about it.
See?
Yes.
So take yourself out of that environment.
Yeah.
Said, okay, virus free.
Mm.
Let's get it done.
There you go.
Then when you come back, somebody will talk to you in a certain way. Oh, what's your name again? Oh. Okay. Well, you enjoy your day though, because that's how people are over there. We don't care much about all this nonsense stuff. If you want to do it, that's the personal stuff that you have.
Yeah.
But you came to a continent where we can do this all day.
I know, right? Like this is a special day.
This is what it is.
Right, and this is what I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Even the sun just came to join us right now. Like,
You know,
hey, this is good.
this is what it
but
is.
other than that, I have to work 12-hour days, and I don't get outside at all. And I'm just always
Exactly.
working.
Now-
And it's killing me in a way.
That's the virus.
In a way, oof.
That's the virus because you are bound to your job.
I
You
am.
got nothing else. Your family, forget it.
I don't
Right.
want to. I love
You're gonna
my
have
family.
babies, forget the husband. We're gonna give you child support.
Oh my God.
Right. So when you hear that, why would I need this guy for if he's gonna pay me?
Because
You
my
know?
nature loves men. I want to
Exactly.
be with a man. I don't want nothing but society tries to tell me about all unnatural things. I don't
But
indulge.
now you see it now because you in a very different place. Your mind is in a different place. Your eyes is opening, meaning your third eye is opening.
Yeah.
You can feel things more coming towards you and know how to avoid it.
Yeah.
There's so much spiritual things that behind the scene we can't tell.
Yeah.
We see that, and then that's what attracts people.
That's why you're probably my friend now,
Right,
because I was ready. And
see?
you too. It's
Born
not just,
ready, my dear.
No, but it's not just that you are my friend.
No, it's not
Because
that.
I am your friend too.
You were
so,
meant to be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why whenever there's an action that is happening,
Yeah.
understand that was meant for it to be.
Yeah, I accept that. And in this meeting here from that first day? It was...
Hey, just for the audience, I didn't do anything on the first day. Even on the second day, I'm still cool. So,
listen, what's your closing remarks? I want to get off of this and I want to hear the dream. So tell me what's your closing remarks to the audience?
So my thing is, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. Whenever somebody put a veil on your face, it's just a veil. You still have your eyes and your brain.
Yeah.
And that's what the gift that God gave you, for you to be able to use that capacity and think about, okay, what else?
What else? Right? Because it's not just this.
It's not just that.
This,
it's not
right?
just this. What else? And then for me, that's the drive for me to learn learn every single day. Because for me, I'm like, what else? Like, why do I need to be in that confined state? Why do I have to? Why? You know, and the why that I have, I'm not beating myself to it. I'm looking for solution.
Right, looking for a solution, not just accepting this and complaining about it and accepting it and then eating bad foods and being sad and depressed and just like I'm stuck, because I'm not stuck.
You're not.
I'm not stuck.
Because
and understanding
everyone
I'm not
has a brain.
Yep.
Everyone has eyes. We may not have the same capacity or the same nature.
Right.
But at the end of the day, though, we can all see right from wrong.
We can. But will we do anything about it? Will we help bring about a change, a positive change, if we can?
If we can.
Yeah.
Right? So the positive change come from where? Come from within, not without.
Yeah.
Because you can't say, okay, I'm going to do something positive today, but the inside of is completely the opposite.
Yeah, you can't manifest it if you don't have it inside of you.
You can't.
Right.
And then there's one thing that says, whatever is inside of you is what you show in your face and your eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The eyes are the
gateway to the soul.
To the soul.
Yeah.
Right. But the mind is what defines the person itself. Right. But the mind also reflects on your face, in your heart, in your actions.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is all connected.
Why are you smiling?
Because I'm getting a lot. You took me in a different.
I didn't take you anywhere.
I'm in my space. Like
you're in your space.
I'm in my spirit.
Okay.
That's the spirit now who is coming out.
Okay.
Because you have the person, you have the soul, and then you have the spirit.
That's right.
You see, so the person can have the virus and be sick.
Yeah.
The soul will tell the person what to do, but if you have the virus, you can't listen to your soul.
Oh man, yeah.
Then the spirit is wandering.
Yeah.
Lost cause. So somebody can be here dead on arrival, but still have his eyes open because the spirit is not there. And then that's what happened. Some people lost the spirit on the way here. So when you lose your spirit, that means from here to now to whatever family you have, there's no spirit. So my last question to you is, how do you, because I know you walk, you're a faithful person and you're a believer, and how do you discern between who you will deal with and who you won't? Because there's going to be people who have no inner spirit. Their spirit is dead. Is it that you feel it? Do you follow your intuition? Like, what do you... It's in their face.
It's in their face?
Everything is in the face.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have spirit, you see your face.
You can see it.
Exactly.
And you know what? I've seen it. Like, say I'm in Harris Teeter trying to get stuff, and you ask somebody a question, and they look at you, and you see nothing behind their eyes.
Then
nothing.
Then that is not the person you need to talk to at that moment.
Yeah. No, I've followed that. Nobody had to teach me that, because you have to be careful.
You got to, because you don't know if that person is a devil. You don't know if that person is an angel. You don't know the person.
Okay.
Right. So that's why if you don't speak this. Like
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I feel people are in danger, specifically black people, because they're so disconnected. Black people in America are so disconnected from their spirit that they don't believe in themselves enough. Where the
spirit come from? The spirit comes from the ground. You don't have no roots. How would you connect to nature? You see, everything has a purpose. The tree is connected to the ground to kill that tree, you need to kill the roots.
Right, because you could chop this all day, but it'll still be alive.
Because that's the Lord made.
But that's why you see African Americans going home.
Exactly, because they want to get back that root that's been broken from day one.
And that's the end.
And
Say
that's
that
the
again.
end. That's the root they want to get back. Because when you have the stronger roots, look at how tall the tree is.
Hey.
And look at how the shade is. So it's like, there's a lot of explanation behind everything.
Yeah.
But my word for me, to whoever is going to be listening, whoever you are, regardless of your nation, regardless of your walk of power, whatever you do, just look above and tell yourself thank you for being here standing.
Yeah.
Right? Then your next thing is, what am I gonna do next? Not for me, but for us and them. Because you are the starting point. On the starting lineup, that's who you are, you by yourself. By the finish lineup, you may not be by yourself. You have your family, you have your kids, you got people that went with you that will share that same experience. Every one of them will feel the experience differently.
Yeah, for real.
But the journey is what to enjoy. So that's my last word.
All right. I want to thank you so much for that.
A lot of word out of me.
It was a great interview. I appreciate you. Thank you.
So the part of the dream.
Oh wait, let me end this.